Welcome back to Minecraft Feed the Beast. I've been running a quarry here in the deep dark, and I'm sorry if this is a bit dark. I'm sure it is. And wow, they really do add a lot to the vanilla resources that are in the deep dark. I left this running overnight. Got up this morning to check on it, and coal was just spewing out everywhere. The barrel was full. And I just got back now, and there's more stuff being spewed on, on the ground every once in a while. Spewed? I don't know. Anyway, we are full of redstone. Oh wow, we're almost full of copper and tin as well. Well, we shouldn't be getting any more copper and tin. Iron is full too? What? Wow. Let's get some deep storage units here. Let's put one there and one there, and that should fix the problem. Let's go ahead and put a stack of each of these items in here. I hope I didn't lose too much of this iron or redstone. Well, I did pick up 46 ingots of iron, so probably have lost a few stacks, hard to say. But either way, a full barrel, that is just crazy. Getting pretty full on lapis as well. Okay, it's kind of bringing in resources slowly. I'm not sure why that is. Huh. Let's go to the new base. That's where the energy tesseract is, and microphone could probably be pointed a little bit more towards my mouth. Where's that portal? I lost the pig. I don't know where he went. Don't have a clue. Okay, so these compression dynamos are running. This one is charging up a bit. Oh, you may be able to tell I added some new items to my mod. I'll get to that in just a moment. Spent a good portion of yesterday working on them. Okay, and here's the portal. It seems to be transmitting energy like it should. I mean, I just saw the quarry and it was running, but I don't know why items are not coming through very well. Okay, let's go back to the deep dark and check on it, see if we can figure out what's going wrong. If anything. Okay, so it is running pretty smoothly. Let's go ahead and become a squid. And this is where I wish I had my night vision back. Okay, so why is it having trouble? Okay, it's breaking a block. And then it's going back... Oh. Okay, I get it. I think. Still not 100% sure what's going wrong here. Let's try mining this obsidian here. Suddenly I can see more clearly. I'm not sure why. Wow, this is taking forever. And now we're kind of underwater again. I don't know why. So there's a block of lava there that for some reason updates before the water can. So we need to take care of that lava block. But how do we do that? Whoa. Quarry is not being very helpful. Oh, but this became obsidian now, so I guess we're good. Anyway, this is actually liquid essence I'm swimming in. It's not solid liquid essence. I was looking at this a moment ago, and there is... I think it's up here. Yeah, there's a pool of liquid essence that the quarry grazed. And so the quarry is full of flowing liquid essence. Kind of cool. It lights it up, which is neat. And it turns the lava into obsidian, so I should be getting plenty of obsidian as well. Which actually, that's one thing I should check. It's probably spewing onto the ground if the chests are full, which they probably are. Stop hurting me, darkness. Oh, wow. I'm gonna go ahead and use this to help myself heal a little bit. I will explain this in just a minute. First, I want to check on the chest down there. Yep, it is spewing out obsidian. Okay, let's... Is there anything... Wow, I'm such a mess. Okay, let's get a chest. And we'll make another diamond chest, just a quick fix. Need 2 diamonds. Wonder how many diamonds I have. It's a little under 4 stacks. Okay, diamond chest. And let's get basic pipe. That's good enough for now. So I put this here. And chest here, and we will call this the default route. So all the extra junk should start popping into here in a moment. Why is coal going in there? Can it not go into the side of a deep storage unit? Maybe it's confused because there's a barrel there as well. So let's move the barrels. And let's... Can't move those, okay. If you do break the deep storage units, they retain their contents, so I could just do that. Okay, and portal gun back. There we go. That should solve our problems, I think. Okay, so what I've been adding to my mod are these chaos gems, which you can apply passive buffs to. Most of them are just potion effects right now. The flight currently does not work. I want it to be kind of like flying with a jetpack. And you can apply multiple of these effects onto one gem, and they have a max level associated with them. So, for example, resistance and regen have a max level 4, or 2, but speed has a max level 4. And you right-click to turn it on, and you can see I have the effects that it's associated with it, and it's slowly losing its charge, 1 per second, so it has enough to operate for 30 minutes continuously. So if I turn that back off, you can see the charge is going back up now. I think what I might try to do is have a key binding to turn on the first chaos gem in your inventory. I think that'd be pretty nice if you could, say for example, you want to use it a lot, and you could assign it to F so it's easy to access, and then you could have your sword out and then press F to turn it on and off. That'd be really nice. I've not messed with key bindings much before, but it shouldn't be too hard to do, I wouldn't think. Oh, we got a few iron in here and some coal. What about in here? Look at all these rocky princesses. Quarries tend to do that. Rockies are actually pretty nice because they have the cave gene, so they don't need to see the sun. So later on you can get the cave gene out of them, and I believe they're nocturnal as well, and put those on the other bees. So they're very useful to have, even though by themselves they're pretty worthless. They don't really produce anything nice. Okay, so let's get our iron where it belongs and our coal. And what I'm going to be doing when I move, which should be pretty soon, maybe even this episode, is I'm going to move pretty much all the stuff I have in here into deep storage units, which I took all of them out of here. They're not too hard to make if you have a good source of ender pearls. You just need plastic mainly, which I actually don't have a very good source of. I do have those rubber trees out front, so I should probably be chopping those down every once in a while to get some more rubber. Oh, another thing about the Chaos Gems is you can see they have a type corresponding to pretty much everything else, and that's just cosmetic. There's no difference between them other than the texture. And the recipes for them require this enriched Chaos Essence, which requires 5 Chaos Essence, some gold, some redstone. And the gems require 8 of the enriched Chaos Essence, so they're a bit expensive, but well worth it, I think. And especially since Chaos Essence is apparently so common. Wow, I need to upgrade this chest pretty soon. How are we doing on other stuff? That is a lot of flint. Why do I have so much flint? Oh wow, ours, Magicka 2 and Thaumcraft chest are full. How do... That is a lot of saltpeter. Wow. Maybe more than just vanilla ores are increased in the deep dark, because this is insane. I know my ores are not. I've not coded anything in like that. It does the same for all dimensions except for the nether and the end, which it ignores. Okay, well that quarry's almost done, so with this new diamond chest here, we should have plenty of room. I am going to stop recording for now, and I'll decide what exactly I want to do later. And we're back. It's been a couple hours since I last recorded, I think. And the quarry is finished, and I've started moving some stuff. I transferred a bunch of the barrels to these deep storage units, and the easy way to do that is to get an item duct, set the top to be export and a side to be import. Just put the barrel on top and deep storage unit or whatever you want to pipe your items into on the side, and just wait for it to do its job. It pulls out a stack at a time. So I already moved everything over, or at least most of the deep storage units. Still have to move the chest, and I put item frames on them just so it's easy to see what's where. And what we're going to do now is actually messing with this a moment ago. I'm going to just put these Mark III pipes here. And hold on one moment, I forgot something. Okay, I believe we're good to go. So I've got polymorphic item sync modules and provider modules here. And if, let's see, the polymorphic item syncs don't have any configuration, but if you click with the With a stack of provider modules, and I assume any module that can be configured, you can pre-configure them so you don't have to work with every one that you put in individually. So I think I'm going to leave one item per type on these. It probably doesn't matter. I'm very unlikely to run out of resources, but I don't want the wrong stuff going into these storage units if I do. So I just need to right click on each one of these pipes. Did that get the right one? Yeah. Just installing a provider module in each of these, then the polymorphic item sync. The order does not matter. And since I'm only installing 2 modules, I really only need the Mark II chassis pipes. But I thought I'd go ahead and just make the Mark III. It's an extra 3 iron a piece, and as you saw earlier, I have plenty of iron. So I'm not afraid of wasting some. Okay, so we should have the provider module, which is configured to leave 1 item per type, although the containers can only have 1 type of item. And the only reason I'm carrying an axe instead of my sword is because I was working with those barrels. Probably go get the sword back in a moment. So these are hooked up. And what we need to do now is get some more logistics pipes. Is that really all I have left? Oh, I bet they're in here. Yeah. Okay. And let's get rid of these barrels. I don't need those. So this is kind of like the center of the room. So I think what I'm going to do is... Well, we need some power for the logistics pipes. So, the power junction, let's go ahead and make that. Let's see, was that iron? Yeah. So, I believe I need 11 pieces of redstone and 6 iron. And I think I have a workbench over here. Let's take it over there. Redstone block. And power junction. Okay, so I think I will put this... let's put it here. Connect that like that. Power junction doesn't have any power. I'll need to correct that in a moment. And what do I want to do now? I'm going to need ender chest here. One to send items into the system, and one to act as a request pipe. A request chest, whatever you want to call it. So let's build up here a little bit. Not quite sure how I want to do this. Let's get a couple of golden pipes in here as well. Did I bring any? One. Need to go get some. I basically want some gold pipes to kind of give the items some momentum, although I think the logistics pipes might do that on their own, so maybe I don't need to do that. But I did make a bunch of gold pipes anyway. Okay, so let's not do this. I guess what I could do is just... Alright, I'm not gonna have the pipes that I need here. Okay, I think I'm going to work on this a little bit more off camera. I need to figure out what exactly I need. I know I need a remote order pipe. And this is a Mark 1 chassis pipe with an extractor module. I might steal this because this thing's a little bit expensive, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I'm not sure how many of the diamond chipsets I have. So I will check back after I've got a little more work done. I might tear apart of this system. Alright, I've got power connected, I've got the ender chest moved over. I decided to re-dye this one lime green instead of orange, so it looks a lot different from the red one, so the bags are easier to tell apart. Basically just stole the pipes from before. I did make this new power junction, I believe I showed that. Had to make some more of the energy conduit. So it's drawing power straight from this energy cell here, which is being powered by all these compression dynamos. I don't know if I've ever shown it, but you can see the max power, it says 80 RF per tick, but currently this one is producing 4. And that is because its capacitor, or whatever you want to call it, is full. There's not much demand for the energy. These dynamos do lose a small amount just from being on, or existing, or something. Okay, and you can see this one's outputting at full power, this one's 30 out of 80. So all the others are just kind of idling, and these two are... This one's kind of half-heartedly working, this one's doing full work. That's about all the power we need, apparently. And, of course, then the others will rev up whenever there's more need for power. So the dynamos do use a bit of power even when they're not doing anything, but not much. So we need to start moving these chests over. And that's part of why I wanted to go ahead and record. Not sure if I want to change these chests at all. I definitely want to upgrade them all to diamond. It's not like we're short on diamonds, that's for sure. Okay, so first we need some glass. Is that enough? Yeah, I think that's enough. Okay, and all of our gold is over here now. So let's go ahead and take some of that. I wish there was a better way to display what the deep storage units have in them. Like if they displayed it on their own, that would be nice. Okay, so we need chest upgrades, which instead of a chest in the middle, if you're normally going to make a diamond chest from a gold chest, you just replace it with a gold ingot. And I actually want 7 of those. They don't stack. And just right click on all the chests. Okay, and the way I'm going to move these is... I just realized I had a bunch of stuff in the orange ender chest that I'm gonna have to get out. I'm glad I had my portal gun out when I changed those colors. But basically the way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to grab these and go through the portal, and the chest should teleport to me. Okay, it did. That has all of its contents. So I think I'll put this one right here. Okay, and what's next? Okay, that's mostly like vanilla stuff. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Take it through the portal. And let's put this one here. Okay, and that's basically what I'm going to be doing, and the miscellaneous chest I'm probably going to try to sort out before I move anything, so that's all going to get moved by hand. Saltpeter, I think I should put in a deep storage unit because it's apparently so common. The Railcraft sulfur, maybe I should as well. Alright, so I will work on that and I'll be back in a little bit. So apparently the storage room didn't need to be quite as big as I thought it might, although there is still some more stuff I'm going to be putting in here, specifically auto-crafting. Not quite sure where I'm going to put that exactly, I haven't decided yet. This is kind of, let me look at my little map here. Storage room is kind of in the middle, so I would like to be able to walk through it without much trouble. So I don't really want to put anything here, for example, and we've already got a little staircase here, so I don't want to block these. But still, I'm amazed. This is everything from the old base. Just a flat wall of pipes with a flat wall of miscellaneous chests and deep storage units. All these 4 right here are set to default route. You can see I got a provider module, which is set to normal mode here, so that even if there's just one item, it can pull it out. And here we got default route. That's the same for all 4 of these. Let's see, this is one of the chests we had before. It's MFR, Applied Energistics, and QCraft. That's just a provider module, which is set to leave 1 of each item type, and a mod-based item sync. I believe I've shown all these before. Here's all the mob drops. I've put ender pearls in there as well. I'm using the polymorphic item sync on this, which will... I don't remember if I mentioned it yet, but it basically says whatever's already in the connected inventory, put items of that type in there and nothing else. So if I get any more ender pearls, they're going to go in here because there are already ender pearls in there. And the provider module, actually I should say leave 1 per type. That way it doesn't get confused. I probably need to check that on all the ones that have a polymorphic. I'll do that in a moment. Here is Thaumcraft. Originally I had Thaumcraft and Ars Magica 2 all in one chest, but I decided to split them. Here's all the stuff from my mod. Here's some miscellaneous shiny things, and I put some ores that were being thrown down the default route in here as well. I also moved steel and coal coke. I don't have that chest that has railcraft stuff in it anymore. I put all the saltpeter and sulfur in deep storage units because there's just so much of it. And we can see you got 3,000 of that. Sulfur, 800. And I think I may have... Yeah, I definitely moved the flint over here. The apatite I already had in the deep storage unit. Oakwood I put up here. It's probably what I'm going to be using as a primary source of wood if I ever run out of jungle wood, which most of it is still back at the old base, I think. Got the toolbox here. Got it set up with a provider module and a polymorphic item sync, which probably won't do anything, but it might. Maybe if I have, for example, if I'd been storing my redstone energy conduits in here and I had some and put them in my ender pouch by mistake, they'd end up back here. And I think that's all I've got to show here. I think this episode's probably getting a bit long. Next time, which I may start recording pretty soon, I will start setting up auto crafting. And I've already tore out the 8 crafting tables I've got here, or I've got from the old base, and I'm gonna need to make a lot more of those. You can see I've just destroyed pretty much everything. It's all gone. Alright, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. Leave a like if you enjoyed this one, a dislike if you hated it, which I hope you didn't, and I will see you next time. Look at all those flowers.